Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt Negri, General Manager of KNCT-FM, and you're listening to The Local Spotlight. This is an inaugural podcast show. This is our first episode, and today we are joined with the wonderful Joelyn Larkin.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Matt.
Yes. So, Joelyn, what brings you in here today?
So I came in because, and first of all, let me say thank you guys so much for bringing back this spotlight. I know it used to be community contact. And I've been on before talking about other programs, so I'm really glad to be on and talk about another program called Scouting America. And a lot of you guys might be familiar with this out in the audience. It used to be called Boy Scouts of America. And we just provide a great character development, leadership program, physical fitness, outdoor activities to the youth in our communities.
Okay. And how long have you been affiliated with the program?
So I started this year with them. We actually officially changed our name right when I started in about February of this year into Scouting America. And I really wanted to work for an organization that had a wide reach. And it's such a great program. You know, it really allows kids to get outside, touch grass, get away from their devices, get physically strong. They learn leadership, character development. And that was something that was really important to me because I've always worked with the youth and trying to just bring them programs that are really going to benefit them well into the future. Yeah,
and that was my next question. I was going to see, what drives you to do what you do with them, and why did you pick them?
We all see the way that the world is changing. Technology is really taking over a lot of the aspects of our kids' lives and their entertainment. And we just want to kind of bring kids back to the outdoors, showing them some essential skills, survival skills, and then just getting them around people and friends, give them some different experiences. Our program is all volunteer-led. So these are people who are like leading with their heart. And something that's really special about the program is that we really love family involvement. Especially for our younger kids, but we encourage all parents to be a part of our troop. We're not just asking your child to sign up for Scouting America. We want you to sign up to be a leader, be a mentor to these kids, be a merit badge counselor, use your professional experience to give them some interests in different fields of work that they might be interested in.
No, absolutely. That all sounds great. And so that's kind of piquing my interest a little bit. Where would I be able to find some information on where I could sign my kids up potentially?
Okay, it's really easy, actually. If you guys go to beascout.org, it'll ask you some information about the age of the person that you want to register, whether it's a youth or adult. Put in your zip code, and it will immediately pull up all of the local units in your area. So I encourage you to look at the times and the places that they meet. We welcome any families that are interested to just show up to a meeting, see what it's all about, talk to the leaders at the end, and see if that program fits your family.
Yeah, so speaking of program, I know Boy Scouts covers a lot of ranges. What are some things some kids could expect to gain or, participate in when joining the Scouts?
Sure. So some things that we do are the obvious are outdoor activities. So we do a lot of camping, hiking, fishing. Those are pretty standard. But we also have some district activities that we do, whether it's our camporee, where we bring other kids from other districts and do a huge camp out. For the younger kids, we have the Pinewood Derby, which is where they decorate the little wooden cars and race those down the track. Rain Gutter Regatta, have you ever heard of that?
No.
So that's where they make little makeshift boats, and they actually race them down like a rain gutter. Blowing them with straws. So that's something really fun that the young kids get to do. And then the summer for our younger kids that are in the pack, we actually have a day camp. Last year, it was actually this past May, I believe. It was held at Salado ISD, and it's 3 days. It's full of STEM activities. It's full of scout activities, outdoors. It was a really great time.
No, that sounds great. I wanted to ask you about what age is the earliest age you could start to sign your kids up at?
Yeah, that's a good question. So Scouts has a lot of different angles to the program. Mm-hmm. So if you've got a kid in K through 5, then you're going to be looking for a pack when you go to beascout.org. If you've got kids that are in middle school, high school, you're going to be looking for a troop. And within our council, we have boys troops and we have girls troops. Of course, our troops always get together to do different activities together, but they are separated within our council.
Mm-hmm. Man, no, that sounds fun. a little personal story about me is I was a scout for a little bit. I think I made it to Wolf Scouts.
Yeah.
That's like the next one above a Cub Scout or whatnot. I always thought maybe I wasn't, the best scout, or that, the other kids around me were a little bit better at other things. But one night at an award ceremony, right, I see all these kids going up, getting a bunch of awards. And I'm like nervous. Oh, man, I don't think I'll get that.
Yeah.
When they called my name up, I had got like 2 times the amount of awards of everybody else. I couldn't believe it. It was like 10 awards that night. I was like, oh, shoot, I might be doing something right. But you know what? I did have a fun time, and I can recall some good memories of the Scouts.
Yeah, and the awards are really a great part about Scouts because it recognizes the work that they're doing. And a lot of the times, our Scouts don't even realize that they're earning those awards, because these are things that our volunteers are very strategically putting in front of them, and allowing them to complete the requirements of different merit badges. And they don't even realize that they've completed it just by getting into something that they were interested in.
So did you do the Scouts when you were younger?
I did not. So, Boy Scouts used to be just for boys. And I grew up in a family with 6 girls. So it wasn't really in our language back then.
Sure.
But it was definitely something that I looked into for my own kids. My girls are actually part of the Scouts in Copperas Cove, and they are in a troop because they're junior high and high school age, and they really enjoy it.
Okay, so you did mention a location there with Copperas Cove. Are there any other locations in this direct area that have Scout programs?
Yes, so we're actually the Leon Valley District. So this covers a wide area. We're in Hyco, Hamilton, Gatesville, Copperas Cove, Fort Hood, Killeen, and Harker Heights. And there's some little smaller areas that we have units at. So, I mean, we're all over. There are definitely choices in the bigger areas like Fort Hood and Killeen, so that you can find the pack or the troop that really suits your family.
Weird question, but so with a city like Killeen being as big as it is compared to kind of the smaller cities around us, like, Cove or Harker Heights, does Killeen offer like multiple troops?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we've got several troops and several packs within the area. So like I said, if you go to beascout.org, put in your zip code, it's going to give you several choices to choose from. And we encourage you to reach out to the different units, check out their Facebook pages, check out their websites, call, talk to the leaders, ask questions about the program, how active are they? And then, make your decision from there. We love try before you buy. Show up to a meeting, check it out, see if you and your kids vibe with that group. If not, check out another one, because we have plenty of options.
Okay. And do you have a couple meeting dates you'd like to put out of upcoming events?
Sure. So we do have several sign-up nights coming up throughout KISD and Copperas Cove Independent School District, also in our rural area. So parents, please just check your kids' folders. There will be a flyer for most schools. I think every school will get touched during the fall at some point for a Scout sign-up night. If you're really curious, you can call your school. They might already have one scheduled.
Yes. And so if there was someone right now on the fence about signing their kid up for Boy Scouts for Scouts, and then as well as becoming a parent volunteer, what kind of encouraging words would you give to them to make that decision to join and, full participation within the family?
Yeah, well, I would say that this is a great opportunity that a lot of us don't really get with our kids, to be able to go out and do these kind of outdoor character development, leadership, growing activities together. So this is a chance for us all to get off of our devices, for us all to go outside, for us all to learn some new skills together. So I would tell parents to take advantage of that. Meetings are typically 1 hour a week, so the obligation isn't too much. Nothing is required within Scouts. We register from year to year. All of the different packs and troops have different types of activities that they do. That's why it's important to check them out, ask them about their calendar, what do they have planned for the upcoming year, and just kind of go from there. We always need adult leaders, and we encourage every parent that comes to sign up their Scout to get involved somehow. And there's so many different positions that you can participate with.
I could see where that, it could be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I love what I do, and when it comes to what you do, I can tell you that you love what you do as well.
I do.
And, the Scouts is really, it's a special program for these kids, and I can definitely see that, and I agree. It's even, I'm kind of thinking about signing my son up for the Scouts now, talking with you. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I would check into it. And, for the ones who have older kids that maybe you think like, well, what would my kids benefit? The same benefits that younger kids get out of it, getting off of electronics. But you really want to start thinking about career pathways, them being involved in the different merit badge classes and the different trainings that we offer, the different interests and places that they'll go. This might open their eyes to something that they're interested in. And the great thing about Scouts is that there are hundreds of different things that you can get into.
Yeah, I can recall when I was in Scouts, we definitely had a troop leader who was very into like technologies. And so he would show us all types of, like old technologies, like getting the azimuths from off the sun and,
Right.
Different survival skills and how to start fires and how to catch fish using a soda can.
Yeah. Things that kids might not really think that they'll ever need because we live in a very comfortable world where you think you'll never have to make a fire. I went to a event at a school, and it was mostly junior high and high school kids.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you go in and you ask how many people, if the zombies were to hit, this is it. Now we've got to learn how to make fires. How many people here know how to make a fire, would know where to start? And very few hands went up. And you can kind of see something kind of go off like, oh, okay. Like maybe there are some things that would be of value within this program.
Yeah. And I could see where it would lead to, kids trying to be better citizens, and you guys encourage all the right morals with the Scouts of America. So is there anything you would like to count on that, like, or tell about that with, the kind of kids that you have coming through?
Absolutely. I've had the pleasure of sitting through some board of reviews for kiddos that are getting their Eagle Scouts, seeing some of the projects that they do within their communities, whether it's cleaning up waterways, creating a mobile library, whatever it is. They have to make their own connections within the community. They have to find their own resources. So, that was something that's really cool to witness. And then when you see these kids sitting through this board of review, it's very much like an interview process. And just watching some of these 15, 16, 17-year-old girls and boys answering these questions, you can just see the value that they're getting from that. That is going to come in very handy one day when they're in a high-pressure interview or anything, like that. I think that that's one of the best things that they're going to get out of this if they make it through the whole program.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds like it builds character and confidence.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that's that all sounds great, and I'm really enjoying hearing about the Scouts so far. You really got me intrigued, and I know for sure I'm going to go look into it a little bit more.
Very good.
Kind of wondering why my son hasn't came home with a flyer yet.
Yeah, well, it might be very soon. So through September, October, November, we will be doing a bunch of different sign-up events. And like I said, if you're interested, call your local units. Go to beascout.org and just give them a call. Ask them when their sign-up night is. And if theirs is already passed or if theirs is just further in the future and you want to sign up, you're more than welcome to show up to meetings. Just get in touch with them, find out when their next meetup is, and then just go from there. They can give you all the information you need.
Yeah. So, okay. That makes, so if you were to miss the hotspot, like right now, the time to sign up, they still have a chance to be able to come and be a part of it.
Absolutely. We take registrations all year long. We really try our hardest to get as many kids enrolled in August and September, just because this is when we're starting our yearly calendar and we want everyone to experience everything for the whole year. But, if you're coming in, your registration lasts a year, so you will make it through all of those programs. Okay.
Wow. That really sounds great. Is there anything that you would like to leave with the listeners today with the Scouts of America?
Well, I know that we've said it a lot of times, but beascout.org, definitely go there. Reach out to some of your units. Find out when their sign-up night is. Visit a meeting. Any new families that we get before November, before October 4th, we're going to have a Fall Fam Fest on October 4th up at Camp Tahoya. And we'll have everything free for new families, for the whole family. You can come up, you can check out their facilities there. We'll have the boating available. We'll have the ranges open so they can do some archery, they can do some BBs. We'll also have the hiking trails open. We'll have some Texas naturalists to teach a little bit about that. We'll have some different activities for the kiddos to do. They've got a really great camp up there at Camp Toya. Have you actually been up there?
No, that's one of my questions. Where's that at?
So that is in Belton. And Toya, if you're trying to spell it, it's Tahua.
YA. You.
Yeah, yes.
That's all right. No, I'm sure what's that? Voice to text might come in handy on that one.
Yes, hopefully, because, it's tricky. But if you look up Family Adventure Camp in Belton, it is really beautiful. I know some people are listening to this and like, I've been out there before. They've undergone some major renovations recently. If camping primitive style isn't really your style, then they do have glamping situations up there.
That's really interesting that you bring that up, because once again, I didn't know that was even there, and just to find out how involved, or how active the scouts are in this area. Mm-hmm. I know we get scouts go up to North Fort Cavasso sometimes, and when I was in the military, we would sponsor a troop and for a sleepover and whatnot. But I had no idea you guys had the archery ranges, BBs, survival or naturalists and survival guide stuff. That's awesome.
Yes, and the best thing is that we really want to bring scouting to everyone. So you don't have to be in Scouts to enjoy Camp Tahoyah. It's actually open to the public. It used to be just a scout campground. But you can go with your families now without signing up, stay for a weekend, get the adventure pass that they have up there, and go try out all the different activities. Just have a day out in the nature. They have a swimming pool, so you can take a break from the heat. They've got great trails. They've got some waterfalls to see, and they can definitely set you up for a good time. They also have food services. So if you really just want to go out and don't want to do the actual camping stuff, they have options for that. But we also have primitive camping grounds if you want to go and, do old style camping with your family.
Yeah, that sounds great. And really, you've kind of moved me into, I need to go camping here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And maybe it might be with the Scouts this next time.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely encourage you just to go up to Camp Tahoyah and just check it out, check out the facilities,
Yeah, no. And honestly, I want to say thank you for your time, because this has been a wonderful conversation and a lot of helpful information for the community. And it's an honor to have you on as our first guest for the local spotlight.
Thank you, Matthew.
And I really had a great time talking with you today. I know we already hit the one last thing, but do you want to go ahead and give your contact information or how they could reach out to sign up for Scouts one more time?
Sure. So one more time, it's beascout.org. If anyone wants to reach out to me, my email is jocelyn.larkin@scouting.org. That's JOCELYN.LARKIN@scouting.org. If you just want to reach out and see how you can support Scouts in our community, or you have some more questions about the unit that you're joining, just reach out to me and I'd love to help you.
Yes. And so for our listeners out there and our viewers out there, if you are interested in getting your children in Scouts, that's definitely the time to do it. And if you ever have any questions about the Local Spotlight podcast and how to become an interviewee, if you do something for the community and you're involved in any aspect of, I would like to say, bettering Central Texas, then please feel free to reach out to us. We had an amazing guest today. I can't stress that enough. You were awesome. And this was really a good time. And so, adios.
Adios. Thank you.